Welcome back. This is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, and indeed, we're right in the middle of the deep, getting ready to shake the waters even some more. I know we shook it in the first segment, and you guys are not even taking it lightly. The calls are coming in really, really hot, and I can't wait to hear all your thoughts and your opinion on the topic of the day. Opinions on the topic of the day: should lovers get married without parental consent? What would you do if your parents were against you marrying the man or woman of your dreams, or a woman that you love? Would you go ahead and say, you know what, damn the consequences, and say, you know what, disown me if you want, I love this person and I'm getting married to them, I found my happily ever after, and that is it? Or would you succumb and say, you know what, I respect my parents' consents and I really want their blessings, and I'm not going to let that go, so I'm going to give up the love of my life? We had the Romeos and Juliets in the house. I really want to hear your thoughts on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, so please do also calling. Before I take more calls, I want to bring in my special guest in the house. Somebody who is such a fashionista, so colorful. She's known as the queen of the mic. Can you just imagine? I hope she will not just collect mic from me today. I dey fear like this. When she don't go collect this mic from me. She's a radio personality, a media consultant, an MC, event planner, brand influencer, fashion model, red carpet host, scriptwriter, producer, TV presenter. Oh my God, founder of Horrorville Limited, I can go on and on about this woman. She has hosted numerous events, home and abroad, weddings, kiddies events, social events, corporate events for top brands and more. The queen of the mic have been able to establish herself as a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry, and she's noted for her excellence in whatever that she does. Ladies and gentlemen, I still have with me in the studio the queen of the mic, aka Betty Egedo. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
The plenty.
As somebody, I want to say, I bet slow down.
Now only one paragraph I need.
You know me as I'm stepping out,
Talent opo. Now only you. Now only you waka come.
The hustle is real, my dear. I like money as an able girl. Thank you, darling.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
When I see people that, when you see all these things, you already know that this person has come a long way.
Yeah.
For you to be all of these things and do all of these things and be good at all of these things, no be beans.
So 2 keywords: passion and consistency. Basically.
Don't they give us motivation like this?
Be
passionate, have passion and
be consistent. One day you'll blow.
If you want to be the queen of the night. Good to have you on the show.
Same here. Thank you for having me. You're welcome.
You're welcome. All right, let's get right into the topic of the day.
Okay.
Parental consent in marriage. Should lovers get married without parental consent? I know that parental consent has usually been of importance from back in the day. I can't imagine what it looked like because I wasn't born then. Where they have to go and do all the research on the background, and the parents actually do the giving of the child. The parents usually do the marriage. There was not such thing as love. I mean, there was love, but
you're
love,
betrothed to this person.
Yes.
In some situations, you don't even have a choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And compared to now, the modern day, where we're now still talking about parental consent in marriage, thoughts on that?
Okay, so this is a very controversial topic, and I'm going to be very careful before people start calling to, cuss me. That's the Romeo and the Juliet, So I'm going to be in between.
Okay.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate.
No, you're not going to play any advocate.
I'm going to play
Queen, this is not your show. This is not the Queen of the Mic show. This is not Pana's show. So you're not playing any devil's advocate. You're not playing anything. You are giving me your honest opinion.
Even the Bible says, honor your father.
Yeah. They don't come.
Okay, so I'm a sucker of love.
Okay, you love love.
I love love. Okay. Like, when I'm in love, I don't give a damn about what any person says.
Wow,
it's only that
your mama
calm
papa.
Down. You want me, my papa disown me?
Okay, no,
calm down now. So I'm a die-hard sucker for love, and at the end of the day, or at the other hand, I'm family oriented as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna balance it up. Debbie, calm down now.
Okay, go on.
So parental consent, like we're talking about it when we're driving down to the studio, and I'm like, sometimes our parents get it wrong. Sometimes you want to honor your parents, and at the end of the day, you end up being sad. Mm-hmm. Maybe you end up with another person, and it doesn't go well and you start regretting and
That's,
all of
I
that.
wish I did.
So let's go back to the topic. Is it
Okay.
important? Yes. It's always good to get the blessings of your parents and all of that, shenanigans, old school and all of
Yes.
that. But right now, if we want to be realistic, our generation, the Gen Zs and the pre-Gen Zs and post-Gen Zs,
Yes.
our parents have lived their lives.
Go on.
Am I confusing you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Very
So I
clear.
feel our parents have lived their life and sometimes they should give us the benefit of doubt to live our lives. If we make mistakes, let us make mistakes and, embrace the consequences.
Sister comes.
However, it's also good to honor your parents. So what am I trying to say? I've gotten situations whereby a friend wanted to marry an Igbo person. She's Yoruba. I'm not mentioning names because people are watching.
Okay.
And her and her man, her husband now, were patient enough for 3 years just to get the consent of her mother. Her dad agreed, but the mom didn't. And she didn't want to, of course, dishonor her mom, and she was not ready to let go because this is a relationship of about 7 years. So sometimes maybe we could be patient, diplomatic about it. Why I won't support getting married without your parents' blessing is because these days men fit stay in your white.
What
And
do you
if
mean?
you and if you chop your papa
Why
eye.
men?
When
What
I
about
mean
women?
women too, it's vice versa. But I'm sorry, I'm a feminist here. I'm using, that as an example. So what I'm trying to say is, what if you go ahead, damn the consequences, damn your parents, even block them and all of that, and you end up with this person and it doesn't go well? How do you come back?
Yeah.
So that's the disadvantage of eloping or going ahead to marry the
Yes.
one you love without your parents' consent. Because what if and at the same time I still feel that prayers, that traditional kneeling down and your parents blessing you, I think is important as well.
But these days we have religious fathers. We have
Yes, but at the end of the day, will you chop the eyes of the people that brought you up and brought you to this world and trained you and give you the best in life?
Comment on the Wofai father situation and the Coles family. What's her? Talk your mind
Why are you
now.
putting me
I
on
don't
the
like this
spot?
queen. You are not queening right now. You don't want to talk your mind, but that man you go talk because this is Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. Anyways, before you talk your mind, let's take a caller on Deep Waters with Deborah
All
Waters.
right.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, hello.
Hi, good to have you on the show. Thanks for calling.
Okay, I'm a first-time caller and I'm happy you took my call.
So good to have you on the show. What's your name? Where are you
Yay.
calling from?
Okay, I'm calling from Lekki.
Okay, what's your name?
Okay, my name is Amy, A-M-Y.
Did you hear her name?
Bimbo.
A-M-Y, Amy.
Amy, good to have you. Thanks for
Yeah.
calling. First time caller. So good to have you on the show. The ladies are really calling in today. Talk to me.
We're very emotional.
So, just as the speaker has said that this topic is very controversial, yes, I agree. But what I want to say is, put yourself in the shoe of your parents. Like, if you have a child and you've seen certain things, I think there's an African adage that says that what an elder sees at the top,
Even if you
the
cry,
child
yeah,
will
you
see
won't
that
say
at
it.
the bottom. So it doesn't really matter if I'm being biased, well, apologies, but
Okay.
it doesn't really matter if the reason is sort of plain sick. It doesn't really matter.
Wow,
But the thing,
Amy.
when it comes to marriage is not friendship. It is not courtship.
But then-
I mean, I know love is important, but that thing called love, it goes beyond feelings. So I know lots of people, they mistake emotions and say, oh my God, I love this person, I'm blinded by what I see and whatever. But the truth is, parental consent is 100%. As in, if your parents, if they say no to a particular marriage, and of course, the child will know the parents better than anybody, and you try to okay, maybe you feel over it, you try to sit them down, and they still say no. What I would say is, fine, just go on a break. And if there are no still no, look for somebody else. That's the truth. But if you still want to do Romeo and Juliet, forget it. It will not work.
Emmy's not
20 years down
smiling.
the line,
He's not
my
smiling,
children
rather.
can say I had known, I would have listened to my parents.
Yeah.
So that's just my take about it. And
Amy.
yes, I'm married. Yeah, yes, I'm married.
But
And the reason why I said put yourself in the shoe of the parents is I'm trying to think of, well, I don't want it to happen, but if something happens where maybe I tell my child, don't marry this person, I want that child to listen to me because I've gone through life, I've seen things, I've seen
Mm-hmm. To
character.
know kids.
So I mean, you won't tell me because I hear what I think I don't know if it was you or the speaker that said that the parents they've lived their life. Yes, they have lived their life, but they have a basket full of experience. They have seen a
Oh,
lot of
sweet.
things.
Yeah.
So if a parent says no, please, no is no. If
Mm.
you pray about it and it's still no, if you talk to them, it's still no. Just live with it. It is no.
Tough. All right, Amy, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I appreciate.
Well, thank you.
All right, that was such an honest, passionate
Yeah,
thoughts,
but
opinion.
I kind of disagree with her because there are some times that our parents use emotional blackmail.
Like,
In terms of sometimes they don't give their consent based on personal reasons, maybe they're tribalistic, they have a problem with some certain people from a particular religion and all of that, or maybe our parents, I'll use the word our because this is something that concerns all of us. I have imagined you dating a billionaire, all this whole I sent you to school, you went abroad. Why do you want to marry an average guy, and all of that? So sometimes it could be based on their selfish reasons.
Yes.
My apologies. It could be based on personal beef with some certain people from a certain tribe or religion.
that makes sense.
And at that point, they are thinking about their self, forgetting the fact that marriage is all about you, your future, your happiness, and this person you have chosen.
Okay, that's a valid point. I hear you
Yes.
loud and clear.
So at some point, it is now left for us to now apply wisdom. Emmy is right sometimes based on experience because sometimes when you're in love, you're blinded. You probably don't see what everyone is saying. That's right. That's where wisdom, prayers, and all of that. And the truth is that for we ladies or we men, we know what we want. Sometimes we just choose to ignore. You understand?
Yes.
So in situation whereby you find yourself in a relationship where your parents are making valid points, which you in your deepest heart, For example, you bring the guy home and they're like, this guy looks like a player, or this girl looks like a player, or whatever. And you say, say you don't catch your partner cheat once or twice or so. Those ones are red flags that your parents, out of experience, they can see through your partner's eyes.
Yes.
But when you now know it's based on them being selfish, bro, I think you need to stand your ground and pray that someday they will change their mind. But I don't support getting married, eloping without your parents finally accepting. I rather encourage you to be patient, make them see reasons, and pray that someday they will embrace your partner.
Interesting. Let's take another caller.
All right.
Hello. 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 Please do want to call back on 0705-993-6937 or 0705-993-7937. I still have with me in the studio the queen of the mic sharing her deepest thoughts on the topic. I don't even know if it's her deepest thoughts because it's the way you just play safe.
Now my deepest thought, I'm not doing it. I'm speaking based of literally.
It took Amy to actually get you to start speaking.
Literally.
Thank you, Amy.
So literally, I personally, maybe I should personalize it. I won't get married to someone without my parents' consent.
All right, let's take another caller.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good to have you on the show. Is that you, Iken?
Oh yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Hi. Good to have you.
Yeah. Your guess if is a millennial, she's pretty much well trained by her mother.
Thank you.
She's too wise. She's too wise to be a Gen Z.
Voila.
So I don't know.
I'm not a Gen Z. I'm a pre-Gen Z.
Okay.
You say you're wise.
Well, thank you for the compliment, by the way. My head is
No,
swelling.
if you're Gen Z and sounding the way you're sounding, you're pretty much ahead of
The times. That's a straight bullet on Gen Z. What's that? We are on our own. You came with the straight bullet and shoot us. Why?
You see, the thing is this: over time, people have mixed
Emotions.
use civilization to forget about how some things are traditionally been set. Do you understand? Yeah. If I was sitting there, I would take a stance. I won't take a hard stance on any side, pro or con or against parental consent. But I will not advise anybody to get married without the parents' consent.
Yeah.
If the parents' reason for saying no does not sound rational enough, you can have a conversation with the parent. Let them explain to you why.
Exactly.
Oh, the person is able. That doesn't add up to a large extent. Oh, if the reason is not rational enough, then you can hold out, be strong-headed a little, plead with them. Long run, they will cave in.
Yeah.
Then you get
pregnant.
married. Because that blessing, you need it. Do you understand? That blessing, you need it.
So what if you have the blessing of one of the parents?
The other one, the one that I feel to convince the other one long run. It's a big deal.
Never see Papa will get coconut head.
No, don't worry. But once your parents
At the long run, they always come around. Yeah.
They will around.
So you should try and get at least one of the parents. That's what you're saying.
If you can get, if once you've gotten one, you get the other one long run.
And most of the time, one parent is always,
And if your partner tries to rush you, not that the person can go.
Bam. God bless you, bro.
Go. I tell you, your person can go. You don't want to enter into a marriage where you have issues with the family you got married into. Because, for instance, now it is worse for a lady. Do you understand? Because if you're not certain that your husband can protect you from his family, and the family are already saying no, just forget it.
Ma'am.
Forget it, because when the shit hits, you be so
you wish you never did.
You. I tell you, there's no one size fits all. There's no hard and fast rule to it. You understand?
Yes.
But I think for as much as possible, if you can, get your parents' consent. Because your parents there's a reason why they are your parents. They've seen a lot. No matter how educated you are, no matter how enlightened you are, or no matter how well-read you think you are, over and above however your parents are educated, there is a reason why they are your parents and they are ahead of you. They've seen a lot, much more than you can ever see. There are things that when we were 18, with their busy parents, that why are they doing this? But by the time you're 50, you realize, okay,
interesting.
My mother was doing then, I'm getting
sometimes it takes a while for us to recognize those things.
When you're 35, you see more.
True.
When you're 40, you can start wondering, man, how was my father or my mother able to do this at that age?
Interesting.
I'm that age now, and I'm struggling with it.
All right. Thank you so much, Ikena, for sharing. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Let me not take so long time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Why are you and Ikena sound like your husband and wife? See how you are saying, thank you so much.
I am full of wisdom, my darling.
Oh my God.
I am full of wisdom. So like I was saying,
yes, please.
As an adult, you're old enough to get married. So I expect you to have small sense. You understand? You should be able to tell when your parents are being self-centered in terms of their opinions.
Okay.
And for example, your mother have dreamt of you getting married to a doctor. Our parents, they can be petty sometimes, and like I said, they are very good when it comes to using emotional blackmail. But when you know that really they are making a point, like Ikena said, have a conversation with them, try and see reasons. They came to this world before you, they brought you up, they invested in you and all of that.
Yes.
The last thing you want to do is to receive costs, because some parents can be very passionate. Yes. You don't want to obey me.
True. If you don't get blessing,
even if they don't literally lay a curse on you, the fact that they are not happy with you, goes a long way in your marriage. And the problem now is, I'm not praying for any marriage to have issues, but most marriages come with challenges. In the situation whereby you find yourself in that, how do you go back to this parents? Especially when you have siblings that are loyalists to your parents. So your parents withdraw your siblings. You're now a outcast, a loner. God forbid something happened to your partner or your partner now ends up being an abuser or whatever. How do you run back to this people? Because the truth is that family first.
Yeah.
Nobody will love you more than your family and your parents. So.
This is still Deep Waters with Deborah Waters, and I still have the queen of the mic right here with me in the studio, making sense. Yeah, on Deep Waters with Deborah Waters. I'll take one last caller before we wrap up the show. Hello.
So now I want to my call.
Oh, wow.
How are
In
you?
fact, I think you say you know pick this call today. I foreclose this radio station.
Hey,
wow.
I beg
Oh,
oh.
wow.
I beg. You no close am because.
No, since you are done the try, I don't they try
I
the call.
beg. Now only you I get now. Sure.
But when they talk, forget they call they come in.
Oh, wow.
No, but I was speaking the calls though. I was speaking the calls.
Make I no vex.
No vex, I beg.
No
Oh yeah,
vex.
talk. Time don't they go.
It's all right. Let me quickly contribute. I beg the lady you introduce. I beg sister. I hope you make I come follow you the work now because your introduction long will not be small.
I can't afford you, sir. For you to have the power to close down a radio station, I can't afford you.
Wow.
Introduction, why I don't see for you. But anyway, it's good, sir. The achievement is good. Well done.
Thank you.
Then,
Afam.
you know, sir, they always like your whenever they bring up topics like this. Sorry for the past couple of days now, I have not been able to contribute to the ones you have been saying.
Yes, now.
But,
You've been busy closing other radio
so
stations.
what happened is this. A lot of people have said a lot of things. But I just want to say something. What about when the person's parent is not alive? Have you thought about this? What about when the person's parents, when the mother or the father is not alive? Maybe both of them are gone to the world beyond.
Mm-hmm.
So, what will be the case of such a person?
But you don't need the consent of the dead now. It's only the living that can give consent.
Maybe elder siblings or uncle or auntie.
Maybe the uncle now will be the one that will represent the parents.
Oh, my uncle will be alright too.
So,
So if the uncle can't come against the marriage.
My uncle will be alright too. He is that one. Bro, uncle will be alright too.
If uncle dey against the marriage, she say uncle
Uncle
dey
go dey
alright.
right.
Say uncle dey where he dey.
Day.
It's the uncle that will be the parents now.
Say the uncle send me go school, I'll be waiting.
If he be.
If the uncle now disagree for the marriage.
What if the uncle they do local competition? You know, want me to marry better person passing
a lot of people have said a lot of points. There's no need of me. I'm not going to add anything. I'm not going to remove anything. But please, if you're getting married, now, make sure that your parents bless you.
Yeah.
It is very important. I don't want to say much of it. Please.
All right.
Wherever the person may be coming from, whether they're from overseas or whether they're from Nigeria here, please try and make sure your parents bless you in that marriage, just like God is blessing you too.
All right, Afam, thank you so much for sharing.
Said.
I appreciate. So I hear you guys loud and clear. Take the blessing money when fathers' blessings, get their blessings and all that. I hear you loud and clear. But how can we support lovers, whom their parents, haven't said yes yet, and they're still like, as you guys have advised, just stay on your day, just wait it out. Basically, that's what you're.
So apparently, I'm a very religious person.
Okay, pray.
They should pray and hope that God answers their prayers, because, like Ikena said, I will never support anyone getting married.
I think we are just too superstitious in this part of the world.
Maybe, but I just feel I don't think I would choose a man over my parents or family. I can only be diplomatic. I can only be patient to hope that they come around. I can only pray, but I don't think I'll have the mind to break my father's heart.
Break because of blessing.
Blessing and happiness. How will you feel if you know your father is not happy with you for the rest of his life?
You'll be happy one day. You'll be all right.
What if he doesn't forgive you?
Forgive you. This is my parent. That's why he's my father now. And my parent.
So that's why you should disrespect him.
No, that's why you should also honor what I want.
Debbie, right?
They say parents, children honor your parents, but they said something after that.
So let me throw the question back to you. Will you marry a man?
Anger your child.
So let me throw the question back to you, because
why do you decide?
Deborah, you've put me for hotspot. Let me throw it back to you. Will you marry a man without your parents' blessings?
like you
Or
said,
content.
we can be diplomatic
This
about
girl,
it.
that politician.
We can all be diplomatic about it, but we cannot just all be like, oh, this is it. Anyway, Shaba, I hear you loud and clear, Sha, because at the end of the day, our parents are important in our lives, blessings are important, and we just have to find a way to make it work.
Make it work. Have a conversation. Pray about it. Give it more time and hope that they come around someday.
Thank you so much, Queen of the Mic.
You're
for
welcome.
sharing. This
Thanks
has
for
been an
having
amazing
me.
episode. I felt like I co-hosted the show with you.
Yeah.
How can people find you on social media?
It's at Queen of the Mic. That's Queen of letter D MIC, not CHE. So Queen of letter D MIC on all my social media platforms.
That's absolutely beautiful. And you can follow Deepwaters_podcast on Instagram and of course on Facebook. My name is Deborah Waters and this has been Deep Waters with Deborah Waters and Queen
of the Mic.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.